Я просто наслаждаюсь тем, каким полезным это мероприятие.
I just enjoy the benefits of our event, not only for professionals, not only for experts in IT and information security, because all of us, we all live in this cyber universe and we have to study it. But how do we do that besides visiting annual Positive Hack Days? And here's the answer. You can start with monitoring on a day-to-day basis. It's a very interesting approach. It's the first media that uncovers the digital foundation and use the language that's simple and easy to understand. We will hear from the team at Positive Hack Media, led by Vladimir Zapolansky. Let's welcome Vladimir to the stage. Good afternoon, everyone. Last year, I was the host here at this science fiction, pop science stage, and it's actually a great pleasure that I can just give one presentation here instead of curating the whole stage for 4 days. I represent Positive Technologies, and this is the fourth day, the last day of Positive Hack Days. By raise of hand, please raise your hand if you attended all 4 days. Well, about 6 people, about 6 persons. I think it's quite difficult to stay here for all 4 days, but still, this is the last day. And just in a few hours, we will begin deconstructing the stage, going through photos, watching videos, which we have. Obviously, we'll share the video footage. But usually, this is where we say goodbye until the next year, until the next Positive Hack Days, basically for a year. But this time, we just cannot do this. We can't. Because the penetration and permeation of technologies and information security as the foundation of all technologies in our lives has become so high. You cannot just leave it without attention. You have to pay attention to it. Everybody knows that the services we use, like get a taxi, you don't have to catch a taxi on the road and get into some shady car. And you can do this online. You can also buy warm bread in your local store, and the reason is that for this to be warm, because they have predictive analytics. They know when and what to bake so that people can get there and get their favorite food while it's still warm. And if we take a look at some kind of factory, it will have a lot of IoT sensors that collect different telemetry from the facility, vibration, humidity, all that is passed in the single control center. It does not have that many people as it used to have before. But if we take a look at the technologies around, I would like to say 3 main ideas here. First of all, I'm sure if there was a rating or ranking, then Russia would be, digitalization rating, Russia would be in the top spots. Because all the abilities we have, parking, gosposlugi, paying for utilities, taxes, is actually very good, and you don't see this in many other countries. The more digitalization of a country, the more digital the country becomes, the more important it's to pay attention to digital security and information security, because it provides the foundation for the technology and we can live in this world without any worry. If you saw stand of our big test range, then there are inadmissible, there are unacceptable events. They are big and catastrophic. And cybersecurity make it so that those events would not happen. And all that is for humans. And another idea about hackers. It's considered that hackers, some shady guys using hoods, and they are not. But obviously, this is an ethical choice if they choose the dark side or the light side. Still, a hacker is not exactly a technical set of technical skills, but more like approach to something. Critical thinking, an ability to question set traditions, and using that, they can get something else to a new stage. In the former USSR and now in Russia, we have this hacker mentality. We do not take everything by default. We like to question things. But now let's take a look on what's the usual approach. How do people talk about digital world? Here is a scale. On the left hand, we have emotions in blue. Not much sense, but lots of emotions. On the right hand, we have sense in pink. We have a level of myths, where any girl with red hat and tattoo from an American movie can hack anything in 3 seconds. And there are so many myths like this, and only a few of them are true. This is a stereotype, and we are accustomed to it. Another level, which is also deep about senses but less about understanding, that there are experts who say that we have this kind of tools, we do this and we do that, and if you listen to them, you have no idea what they're talking about if you are not in the high-tech world or cybersecurity world. So between these two extremes, between these two, there is this something in between, which is science content, science popular content for cybersecurity and information technology. And this is what we call positive hack media. And this is what I would like to announce now. Next week, we will launch a channel on the digital foundation and importance of cybersecurity in this world. We will have a lot of content, and we will publish 2, maybe 3 times a month, and any person will be able to understand what exactly are we talking about. So what will we cover? We will have multiple cases like science movies and maybe popular science movies, Mythbusters. There will be movies, there will be episodes on economy, on business. All that is in red. This is what we will launch right here, right now. And I would like to invite our team. We will tell you more about this in details, but just in a few minutes. And in gray, this is what we want to do, but we will do it later because we are currently working on it. The first will be represented by me. It's called Digital Word, and this is where we work together with RBK and Positive Technologies. Digital World is a channel where we talk about digitalization of our country. Our country is very digital, but we are trying to see where you can find digital here, because we have an industry and everything is digital here. Can you say that everything is analog here? Yes, I can say everything is digital, not analogous. It is important to have computational capabilities and to avoid unacceptable events that cannot happen no matter what. Accidents are because of supply chain attacks. All the economy industries are very technological, so that means we need a series of episodes. Digital world and digital word, it means that anything, gas, oil, electricity, money, telecom, all that will be connected with digital technologies and economy, and it doesn't work without them. In each of these industries, cybersecurity plays a big role. Together with RBK channel, we launched a dedicated project. We had a number of projects together with Cibur, X5 and other companies where we talk about digital foundation of our country. Next, we have other options, and Jan Hachiturov will present the first one. My name is Jan, and we will talk about technologies. This is an abstraction machine. Everything great starts here. You've probably heard about these cards. These are USB sticks of 19th century. And this was done by a woman. Oh, obviously, they weren't called like this at the time. Still, for any mathematical community, not like this, but very great they started. And the reality itself made them think about computers. Everything that was genius was very simple at the core. Jan, welcome to the stage.
Ребят, всем привет.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Итак, меня зовут Ян.
So, my name is Jan. I work at Positive Technologies. I'm a manager of the department projects, whatever it means. What can I say about me? I was called as the son of my mother's friends. Previously, it was told that I'm basically a copy of my father. But what I want to say is I will have two projects. One of them is about popular science, and the other will be an interview. So, first I would like to cover this. I would like to tell you about a person who is not connected to technology at all. He's Kurt Cobain. Do you know who was Kurt Cobain? Yeah, he was a former lead singer of Nirvana, an icon of grunge, and probably one of the most interesting personalities of his time. In 2006, a great movie was published. It was called Kurt Cobain About the Sun. It was a documentary where an interviewer talked to Kurt Cobain using a phone. It's not exactly the interview, like a very top-level journalism. It was basically a communication with a human living being. And there was a phrase when he said, if there is no rock in the world will come to an end. I'm not sure if you heard what kind of music we have now. It's actually quite scary. Maybe we're getting closer to the end. But if we speak a little bit more about rock music more, there is another person, Lemmy Kilmister, lead singer at Motorhead, said that rock music is when you just want to have fun and you don't really have any reason not to do that. And I think this is a good explanation. I think many of these genres and subgenres appeared when everything seemed okay, and still there were people who wanted better, who wanted more, who rose up, and they had something greater in mind, some kind of abstraction. So what I would like to say is that high technology world is exactly the rock and roll of our time. Fortunately, maybe unfortunately, is that marketing in technologies is quite popular. Everybody talks about AI, robots, something will exchange or change us. This is partially true, and because of that, technology gets money. This is good. On the other hand, somewhere behind the brackets, we have completely undiscovered discoveries, fates, vicissitudes of lives, which make you marvel and stay in awe. And I would like to share with this kind of vibe, this kind of experience with you, to tell you about the world, not the one which we are being prepared for with the marketing teams, but to tell you about the world of great ideas and the most progressive brains and ideas which can be. And those people are in cybersecurity and IT and people who build this. These are wild dreams and aspirations, and I want to share this with you. The second project will be with interviews. Previously, I was a ballroom dancer, professional ballroom dancer. So what do these people look like? You know this, they are very elegant. We wear lots of different things and like small fake diamonds, and everybody wears these fake diamonds to be shiny. And it seems like it's some kind of creative work. But I left this ballroom dancing exactly because I did not have enough to be a creative person. And positive technologies, I think this was the best case scenario in my life. And one of my first tasks, because I was a little bit into verses, a little bit into prose, and I was asked to interview the whole top management of the company. And I was just a beginner, just a green guy, and I started to talk to the best guys and girls of our company. And I was amazed. Just to compare, we had a product called Max Patrol version 8, and just for you to compare, it was basically an oil drill. And just imagine you are approached randomly, you are given an oil well. It worked before and it should work now. And you might think, okay, this oil well worked very well, you don't have to do anything. But no, I was actually amazed that those people have a completely different set of ideas. They look into different horizons and they don't care about this. And my second dream was to share with you, with the audience, to share their ideas, to pick into the brains of our top management, not just some positive words, but actually get inside their brains and tell you about this so that you can use this as life hacks and you'll be able to touch this completely different level of abstraction. It was Jan from Positive Technologies. We are about love. We are about people. Thank you, Jan.
У нас есть следующая рубрика.
Next category. I expected to see real hackers, but unfortunately I can see you. You can hack anybody who uses Google Chrome. There are videos from India people and you can use them. Trillions, billions of rubles, trillions of dollars. Okay, it works. I've calculated. They've lost exactly this amount of money. Who has the best hackers? Obviously we do. It will be a talk show who know about cybersecurity. My name is Kirill Shipulin. I work at Positive Technologies. I work in information security. And you just show the prequel, or rather a teaser of our show, about our show called Hack Tech. We are taking a look at different scenes where hackers hack something in the movies, and then we rate those movies. Then we give them the results. If the scene looks reasonable, then we give them a positive mark. And if it doesn't look great, then we give them a negative mark. Maybe it's similar to 12 Angry audience members on MTV. Maybe you'll remember contemporary YouTube, other Russian famous comedy talk show. But we try to take something from multiple different popular shows and to make it a unique experience for everyone else. We did not want to be like everyone else. We wanted to be unique. We did not want to have this very official, very, let's say, perfect and ideal content. We did not want to have this perfection. Every one of us works with clients, provides technical presentations, talk about this, and we have enough of this at the work. But now imagine hackers who sit at the kitchen, exchange their stories from their work, they joke around about Asian people, about sex toys. You can add a little bit of cringe, a little bit of hacker news, and this is like roughly 50% of what you will get on the screen. We are working on the first 2 episodes. They will be on air soon, but obviously we've put all our soul there. But an icing on the cake is where we have some hacker experiments. We show you how they work, how those tricks operate. It will be fun. It will be great. Thank you.
Да, друзья, у нас дождь собирается.
Yes, dear friends,
Не знаю. Вы, если что,
it's about rain. If obviously you can use an umbrella, maybe you can
чувствую, как озоном потянуло откуда.
just get away from the water. I can even feel ozone in the air. And next, we have a special person, a hacker, so let us listen to what you have to tell us.
Так.
Задумывались ли вы когда-нибудь, что
Have you ever thought about phone numbers? What happens to them after you do not use it anymore? These phone numbers can be bought later, and we usually solve our problems like hackers do, says Nikolai Anisina from Mythbusters.
Коля, привет.
Nikolai, welcome. Hello everyone, my name is Nikolai Anisena, and for 10 years I've been working in ethical hacking. But if you would ask me when I was a child who I wanted to become, I would never know about this profession. Even at the time, I liked the technical side of it. For example, you watched like Galileo or Mythbusters or other similar programs. And it was great because unlike movies where scientists and researchers looked like very boring nerds, those people were real rock stars and they blowed up something. The hackers were also demonstrated in movies, but they do not look real. They seem like superheroes who can hack systems just because they're hackers. In reality, it does not work like this. And studying vulnerabilities takes time. Like Darkholm would say, it's a long process. It could take days, weeks, or even months before you'll be able to find some kind of suitable vulnerability to exploit. Next. Yeah, we have a very hacking weather. Still, for some reason, movie people think that real hacking is boring, it's very long, but you can go around with creative approach, and this is what hackers do when they do their work. But if you add a little bit of edit magic, you can put it in a 15 minutes video, and with a good expert, you can have this story. We did not want to make an educational content break today. We wanted to show true experiments from the vulnerability to the exploit. For example, we bought 100 SIM cards and we checked if somebody used this phone number before. If that was true, it means some accounts could be tied to those SIM cards. So what do we do and what we had as a result, you can see in July. And finally, I would like to say that we really want this kind of content to invite younger generation to the profession. And next, I would be in the audience and listen to someone else's presentations from a younger generation. I think this world needs more hackers. That's all I wanted to say. Leave your likes and help us hack the algo. And now a little bit about the beautiful things. And first I will run the video and then we'll have the person who did the presentation.
Вернитесь на тот слайд. Да. Так. Так, я его сейчас переключаю. О.
Hey, give me a second.
Женя Бровкин, креативный директор «Позитива», он создает...
Evgeny Brovkin, creative director at Positive, who creates this beauty.
на фестивале.
Whatever you can see here at the festival and what you saw on the video. Thank you, mother, thank you, mom. Okay, hey, hi everyone, hi guys, hi people who are online. My name is Evgeny Brovkin. I'm creative director at Positive Technologies, and for 3 years I developed the visual image of our company in all the areas. Today, and probably you already saw something at PhD, maybe you will see something. In this or that way, my team is responsible for what you see here on this festival in terms of visuals. It was already mentioned regarding the digital sovereignty of our country and digital banking that soared to the top, maybe top 1 on the planet. So I will be brief. The main point is that you actually mentioned this, Vladimir. There are many technologies, but they become used when they are safe and secure. And safe and secure, okay, you can use this. If they are not, we will have to wait until they are safe and secure. Here's a quick story for you. I was approached by a hacker from our company and he told me, Zhenya, we were able to find a vulnerability from a device and we are under sanctions, so we cannot tell them that they have a vulnerability in their device. Obviously, you cannot just send them info mail. Obviously, nobody reads this mail. Thank you very much. There are people in the audience who support me. I applaud you too. So the company does not receive the information. They do not know about this. Not the company, not the users know about this. And during the next update, when you have to download again and again, you install this, but the device is still vulnerable. And this hacker asked me, well, maybe we can create a video on this topic. I was going around thinking about this, pondering. I decided, well, why should we knock with a single small video at one company? Maybe we can demonstrate it to the whole world. Maybe we should create a product that will tell people, enlighten people on how to have digital hygiene and tell a little bit more about cybersecurity.
Well, at the same time, we have a new generation, and we gotta build, some images, some guidelines that they will be able to imitate. If you're a kid, you remember you like some kind of piece of music or video which sort of shaped your life path. And we need to build something we can show the kid that you can be a white hacker and at the same time like Olga and Kirill, and at the same time to be visible, to make money and feel the part of technological progress. In case you do not know, and hopefully now in the 4 days you know it, that in the world we have 2 camps of hackers. The first one is black hats, like cyber criminals, those who have malicious intent. And white hats, those are researchers and, thank you for my support group right here. And there are some white hackers and those people who are, on the stage of technology, such as us, Positive Technologies, and it's raining. And we made a work, Young Hats, about the boys and girls who have a real hacking skills and those who will be defending cybersecurity since August of 2025. While the adult generation will understand how the cybersecurity is working on real cases, on real practices, and kids will find some examples to follow. And professional audience will be just enjoying the video content which has been built on a true real life cases. And as for the real skills and on the real things, we've shown to our guys and we gave them a script and they said, hey, this is something great. It's something between Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty. So we're hoping that you will really enjoy it. I'm done, Your Honor. Thank you.
Итого, друзья, вместе, ребята,
Well, friends, now please come join us. Please come join us right here. We are launching a Positive Hack Media, and you can see it right here on Telegram channel. Also, there'll be like a YouTube and VK. The first one is going to come out next week, and throughout the year until the next Positive Hacks, you are going to see these guys in different in different films and videos they are going to create it. So let's watch, let's stay together. And now
мы включим ролик, который
we're going to put on the reel, and you will comment on what is going to happen.
Мы живем в цифровом мире. Сегодня все
We live in a digital world, and all the simple actions would not be possible without technologies. And we thought about how digital world works. It's pretty fragile, and not anyone has seen it through the lens of cybersecurity. Positive Hack Media will show us history of digital world, its safety, and along with the white hackers will try to go to the bottom of things and break down myths. We'll be speaking with bright and interesting people from the tech world and cybersecurity. And we're going to do this interesting, clear, and popular, and sometimes we'll entertain you, like never has done before. Come join us. Positive Hack Media.
Ребята, удачи вам с новым проектом просмотров.
Guys, wishing you every success in your project and everything you want to do.